I'm going to talk a little bit about alternate tunings. There was a question about that and a comment from the previous video. We're in Canada right now. Going to play in Calgary tomorrow. Yeah, so alternate tunings. I don't use them much. I like drop D, which is, I guess, technically an alternate tuning, though, it's a very common one. I think drop D started being a thing in the 90s. I remember when I was learning, kind of, metalcore or alt rock songs, every once in a while a song is in drop D, some Smashing Pumpkin songs are. Actually wearing a Smashing Pumpkin shirt right now. And every Deftones song or something, is in drop D. And I would say probably most liturgy songs are, or maybe half. I would say, yeah, approximately half. I don't know, I would need to think about it more actually, but we're in drop D a lot of the time. And what I like about it is that, it means that you have a power chord available to you on those low strings. It's D, A, D, instead of E, A, D. And so you can just kind of be playing a low D, and then also be playing really high notes, like I was talking about in the last video, that I like doing. So you're playing this huge range of notes at the same time. So for example, on Generation, the new Generation on the new album, that opens with me playing this chord that's I guess it's sort of like a major seventh, that has the open drop D on the bottom, and then I'm playing pretty much the highest notes you can play on the guitar. And similarly in High Gold, the first song on Aesthetica, that's another case where playing an open D chord, and then just playing a D shape on the high strings above the 12th fret. And there's the final track on Origin of the Alimonies, we actually tuned down those 3 low strings in sort of drop D shape. We tuned that down another full step, so that's actually C, G, C, which is nice because since that's an orchestral piece, low C is the lowest note that a double bass can play. So since there is a sort of a string orchestra on that track, that resonates with those instruments pretty well. And there's other little things like on that record, what's that song called? Sem's Lament. We tuned the E down to the low A, like an octave below the second string, for that one super crushing kind of gent section at the end of that song. But yeah, generally speaking, I've done, there's a whole world of alternate tunings. There's microtonal guitar, and I'm interested in that stuff. I played in Glenn Branca's ensemble once while he was still alive, and got to see how he writes music. You know, if you want to do microtonal guitar, you know, Glenn Branca is really, you know, the king of that, I would say. For anyone who doesn't know, you know, he was sort of the inventor of kind of guitar-driven post-minimalism, what's also called totalism. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, tunings are fascinating, but like, I think with the way that I write music, like I actually just like the standard tuning, because it doesn't sound that great on its own, and that's strangely a virtue, I think, for composition. I think there's almost some rule that like the more awkward the instrument sounds on its own, the more it kind of pushes you to then like write interesting things. Whenever I have like played a guitar in some kind of, you know, just intonation type of thing, like it's actually harder to be compositionally inventive, I think, because you're just sort of driven towards letting the instrument just sound the way it already does. And that's why guitar I actually like more than a lot of other Western instruments, because it's like, it's tuned in an especially awkward way.